Conifer Forest is the largest region in the Northern Woodlands, and one of the largest on the whole of Sanctuary Island. It is home to several ferocious predators fighting to carve out and protect the territory, but it can primarily be divided into two sections, east and west. The west side is primarily home to the likes of animals like Nanooksaurus, Electrosaurus, and Aeoleramus. Meanwhile, the east side primarily features Ceratosaurus, Adriptosaurus every now and then, and most commonly, Concavenator. And one of these Concavenators, an old male named Nightmare, had defended a territory on the east side of Conifer Forest, though recently he was bested. He lost a battle to a Ceratosaurus who came from Sunrise Forest, and shortly after was attacked by a Adriptosaurus. He congregated west, but he never returned east. Now with his passing, one of the largest territories in Conifer Forest is up for grabs. But who will rise to claim it? On the forest floor, about 100 meters away from the south coast of the Northern Woodlands, a newcomer is about to be discovered. This Eodromius is lost. Normally, these creatures roam coastlines and scavenge off of washed-up seafood. It's not clear how this one got so far from his home. The Eodromius has found this sleeping Schianzausaurus. This seems impossible. Schianzausaurus is native to the Midlands and was never added to Conifer Forest. After consulting a field team and searching our camera footage, we were able to determine that this individual got stranded on a floating chunk of land that made it all the way from the coast of the dark scrubland to Conifer Forest. This is the first known time that one of our dinosaurs hopped across the island's provinces, and it will most likely be one of the last. His rest over, the Schianzausaurus gets up. We shall call him Phantom, and we shall follow his journey in this new world. Back in Nightmare's old territory, a relatively new arrival has laid claim to his prize. It's the Ceratosaurus that chased Nightmare west in the first place. Our crew has taken to calling him Hoily. His victory was lucky, but he is already facing competition. A Concavenator. This one is a subadult, smaller and weaker than Nightmare was. However, she may still pose a threat. This time Hoyle achieves a fairly easy victory, but somebody else is onto him. This is Fraser. He is an Aliaramus who lived for many years on the night. Fraser was never strong enough to defeat Nightmare, but he was always a close second. However, now with Hoyle in the mix, he may not become the new apex predator. His side is badly torn up. It'll heal in time, but until then, Fraser is vulnerable, and he must stay away from others. A few days pass, and Phantom is on the search for food. He has avoided many potential prey animals, due to the fact he doesn't recognize them. However, today he may have found some potential targets. While headed towards a pond, the Devil's Hood have stopped in this area to forage. Here we see Cameron grazing on some shrubs. Not too far away, Hermes and Mabel are doing the same. Hermes the Zuniceratops has adjusted well to this hood. He appears to have calmed ever since the incident with the Driftosauros, and is arguably doing the best he ever has. As for the two Protoceratops, Cameron and Mabel have been getting closer. It is still unlikely that they will mate, but the chances are higher now than ever. For now, things are peaceful for the hood, but Phantom is still watching them. He readies his attack. Phantom failed his initial attack, and was met with much more aggression than he expected. A week passes. Hoyle has established himself as the new ruler of what was once Nightmare's territory. Right now, he is eating this Diabloceratops, an old bull that he brought down a few hours ago. Phantom watches from a distance. For the past week, he has been a scavenger, and he has been tracing Hoyle, finishing off whatever is left of Hoyle's kills. After a while, Hoyle has not abandoned the carcass, and Phantom moves on. Phantom runs into Frazier, who is now fully healed. The two stand their ground, and neither one is backing off. Frazier attacks, and a fight breaks out. Despite a strong attempt, Phantom is lost, and he backs away slowly. As for Frazier, he is left as he was. A month goes by. Harley has all but established his reign. On the forest floor, we see that life goes on. This Dracorex is searching for fresh plant growth in the leaf litter. The Dracorex is being watched. Normally, Harley would tackle larger prey, but this is an opportunity too easy to miss. One brief chase, and it is over. Later that day, Phantom discovers the remains of the Dracorex carcass. He has started to hunt more often, but it has been a week since he made his last kill. Phantom strips the carcass of flesh. However, most of it was already consumed. While Harley thrives and Phantom struggles, our third familiar face is simply getting by. Right now, Frazier is resting, but for the past few days he has been fixated on mainly one goal. He gets up, and he approaches his future target. Frazier has trailed the subadult Miragaya for 4 days. Soon, it will finally be time to strike. The next morning, luck appears to be on Phantom's side. The Miragaya has wandered into Phantom's domain. This is an animal that lived in the Midlands, and he has seen it before. It is almost as large as Phantom, armed with rigid plates and tail spikes. However, its small head is vulnerable. And Phantom prepares an ambush. disabling blow to the skull is enough to bring down the Miragaya, and within a few seconds it is dead. But Fraser was still on its trail. This kill could be a major win for Phantom. And he will not abandon it without a fight. Fraser has won the battle, and he has won the kill. However, he was badly wounded, and he will think twice about attacking Phantom again. But Phantom will gain more strength, and he will eventually return. Their rivalry is bound to continue. Fraser and Phantom are now on semi-equal footing, and top contenders for the second to top Predator. However, Harley still goes unchallenged. His life was nearly destroyed after his mate died to fire tusk, but now he rules supreme over what was once Nightmare's territory. And as of now, there's no one who can challenge him.